Hey, it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel. So today I just fancied having a bit of a relaxed creative catch up. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to share with you guys, and I just fancied working in my junk journal. So this little junk journal here that I've done a few bits and pieces in. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I don't have anything in mind in particular, but I just thought I've got a bunch of different supplies around me that you can't see because it's strategically off camera for a lovely clean view, at least for the start of the video. But yeah, I just thought I would grab some supplies, grab my journals, and chat to you guys as I craft. So if you are working in your journal or you're doing some sort of crafty project, then maybe grab a cup of tea as well and join me for this. So the first thing I wanted to mention, as you can see here, because I've got two journals. So my journals, this junk journal here, I don't tend to have like a schedule of like I'm going to work in this for a month. These just kind of are ongoing, but obviously the junk journal January and July journals are kind of month based. And this month for May I also have another like month journal, like a month-long journal. So this is the journal that I've made for a prompt kind of art challenge that I'm following along with over at Get Messy Art Journal, and Kaylee Gray, who runs that, kindly asked me if I would like to be a host for one of the days. So on day 16 I'm actually sharing my kind of take on one of the prompts. So I also wanted to follow along with the challenge because you get the list of prompts and there's a different artist every day, which is super cool, who kind of shares what they do with the prompt to give you some ideas. So this is what I'm working on this month. So if you want to be involved in that, I'll leave all the links down below to the Get Messy website where you can sign up, and you'll get like a sort of an email to you with all the information each day. So you don't need to be on Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. If you're not on social media, you can still sign up and do it that way, and it's completely free. So I've done a couple of days, so I will show you what I've done so far. So the first prompt was just start. So I used day one to kind of bind this journal, and it's just a classic, you know, junk journal with lots of different papers. You can see this is literally like an envelope. We've got all sorts of different things. This is like a random a wallpaper sample, some book pages, brown paper, all sorts of things. So I'm really looking forward to kind of doing something in this journal each day and following along with the prompts. So for day two it was show up. So I created just a little pocket for a little card and some collage and little bits of paint and things. Nothing like groundbreaking, but just wanted to do something little to like show up in my journal. And then this was today's, so it was happy, and there was a kind of talk through of a process with kind of like art materials and stuff. And I also cracked open my typewriter, which I actually have two typewriters and I've not used them in so long, and I miss using them for stuff. So I definitely need to make a habit of getting my typewriter out more for my journal. I really loved how this turned out, and I love like the textures and the colours. So that's what I'm working in, and I will be sharing what I'm doing in here over on Instagram, and I'll probably do a flip through at the end so you can see how I've like done all the prompts and things. So that is that journal. I wanted to work in this little junk journal, so I've not really done like a ton of stuff in this so far. I'm kind of a bit stumped as to what to do with these pages at the moment. It's kind of the back of a postcard and a little note card. So I'm just going to leave that blank for now, I think. So this was the last page we did. I might just work on this. So we've got some vellum here, and this is just a stitched piece of paper there. So let's work on this. So I have a little pot of pink emulsion paint because I was painting some furniture at a little side table we have. I was painting it pink, and obviously I didn't need to use the entire tester pot, but I really love the colour, so I thought that maybe I could use some of this on the journal page and just kind of start with it as a background and see where we go from there. I don't think I'm going to cover the whole thing, but just because I want to work more mixed media kind of looks into my journal. So I think I'm gonna avoid this vellum for now and just have this here, and then wipe away the rest with my brush. There we go. And then, yeah, maybe I'll just leave it like that for now. And then let's see. So what I've been loving to do is come in with like random like collage bits and pieces. So I've got this like sewing paper here, and then this is literally all the random scraps from my desk. So I sort of gather them in a pile ready to as if you're putting them in the bin, and then I shuffle them to one side so that I can use them in my journal. So it's literally lots of things that I've just cut off from random bits of pieces, like even that, but you know, we can make a nice little collaged section here. So those are all the little bits I think that I had lying around. So I just wanted to build up like a bit of a textured background for this, and it's going to cover some of the painted section, but that's fine. And normally I would fold this over, but we've got stuff on the other page, so I can't do that. So let's go with it's a little bit wrinkly because like it's kind of dry already, to be honest, but it's just a little bit damp, I guess, because the paper is so thin. Like I think this is literally it's not even printer paper, it's like random packing paper that I've dyed, so it's a little bit on the flimsier side, but we can build up some of these layers here, and that helps to strengthen this paper. And I love repurposing all these tiny little scraps that would otherwise go to waste, because it's just fun to see how they all come together to create like a really nice textured background. So I think that's some tea-dyed tissue paper, and I absolutely love the look of tea-dyed tissue paper. I actually need to get around to doing some more of that. I could do a tutorial for how I tea dye my tissue paper, but essentially you just kind of paint the tissue paper with like coffee without breaking it. That's kind of the hardest part, is making sure that the tissue paper doesn't break, and then just sort of lay it out to dry really. Okay, so maybe I'll incorporate a tag into this. I'm kind of wanting to try and work across the whole page, but this is might be a bit tricky with the, maybe I could create like a bit of a collage around here. Where did my stickers go? Oh, this might be quite nice because the stickers are transparent, so it might be nice to create something of a this is a really awkward size sticker, isn't it? It's a really awkward shape. Maybe I could pop that behind, and then this could go, let's see if we pop that like there, and then this could go in front maybe. And we've got some like layered things going on there. Let's just try that. I tend to find if I don't know what I want to do in my journal, I just kind of find an idea and run with it, because that's the only way I'm going to find out whether it's something I like or not. And if this turns out rubbish, then we simply try and do something else or we move to a new journal page. This is going to look quite nice, I think, because it's a see-through sticker. So maybe we could let's add this one on now. So let's go for about, let me just line this up and see where I want this to go. So I'm just going to add this here, I think, and then maybe I could come in on the other side and come up with something to cover it, but for now I think I'm just going to add this here and then add my sticker on top. So I've done one sticker behind and one sticker in front, and hopefully that'll be quite nice in giving more of a layered effect to this page. So let's go with about, oops, trying not to stick it down before I want it to stick on the page. Let's go for about there. Then maybe I could add this tag on the other side and then have this be something that works on both sides of the page. Normally, I love the look of journals that have different sized pages, but I always tend to struggle a bit with actually like making them work as a layout. Like sometimes I feel like something like this gets in the way of a journal spread, but I'm trying to see if I can make this work because I do love the look of it. It just, don't know, maybe it takes a bit of practice to kind of get in the swing of how things are going to look on both sides. So let's see, maybe a sticker on this side. So I do love this kind of statue, like what do you call this, a bust almost. Maybe if I pop this here, then that covers up that section, and I'm just gonna hold it there for now, hanging off, because I think I'm gonna put this sticker underneath. And I know I have an absolutely dreadful habit of sticking things down and then pulling them back up because I realize I want to put something underneath. So I'm just going to leave that for now, cut this out, and then pop it underneath. So let's just peel, if I can, this sticker here. Can't find the edge of it, typical. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to peel this and maybe pop it underneath from here. I just want to get rid of the like join between these two and kind of make it look a little bit more like it's supposed to be there. So if we do that, maybe that works quite well. I have a needle and thread already kind of ready to go because I was doing some stitching in my Get Messy May journal. I'm really loving doing more stitching lately, so I think this would be quite cool because it will work on both sides of the vellum. So I kind of want it to go maybe up this section here, so hopefully it goes through okay. We'll see. Yes, that's fine. So let's go with this, and maybe I'll do, I don't know, just a random kind of zigzag. Do you know, it's really kind of, I've got like a bunch of ideas flying through my head now with sewing onto vellum. Now I want to do a bunch of sewing onto vellum. That would be a really fun thing to explore. See, these are just the things that you come up with when you just randomly start playing in your journal with no kind of expectations or anything like that. And I'm just gonna pop my lid on my glue stick because I just realized that the lid was off and you were probably all screaming at me through the screen to put the lid back on my glue so it doesn't dry out, because I absolutely hate when a glue stick dries out. So let's just tie this here, and yes, you can see the like where I'm tying the knots on this side, but I think that looks fine. To be honest, it doesn't really bother me. It's almost a bit like when I staple things as well. Like, some people don't like the look of staplers, but I think staples look really fun on journal pages, and even just talking about it makes me want to like staple something onto the page. I just think it's like a super easy way of attaching something to a journal, and it just looks really cool as well. So I think I'm gonna trim this only because it's just sticking up. I mean, maybe it might flatten down over time, so I might just trim it a little bit because it's just looking a little bit wispy. So I'll just trim the ends there. Maybe if I put this under a book or something, it might like press down, but that's kind of what we've got going on at the moment. So let's see, what else can we do? Maybe some of this translucent element might look quite nice on both sides, perhaps. I think I'm just going to get rid of the harsh edge here, and then I'm just going to glue this tissue because, again, this is a translucent element. So I'm going to put this mostly on this side, press it down, but I think it will come through slightly onto the reverse. You can kind of see that ever so slightly there, and it almost needs like a title or something. Maybe I'll get my typewriter out, because I was just thinking about a typewriter before. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can bring my typewriter into shot. This is the one I have, so I've just got this random piece of like white sort of cardstock. So I'm just gonna roll this into my typewriter. And I am by no means a professional when it comes to these things. I just got this one secondhand. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got here my like commonplace book, and I'm just going to type out something on my typewriter from my commonplace book so I can pop it into my journal. Okay, so I've just typed that out on my typewriter, so I'm just going to pop this away. So I was listening to a podcast called It Gets Better by a lady called Lindsay Atkinson. I'll try and leave a link down below, and she was going through kind of things she's learned, like 29 life lessons by 29 or something like that, and one of them really resonated, or just kind of really stood out to me with what you focus on expands. So kind of what you spend your time like thinking about, focusing on, kind of expands to be your whole day. So being really mindful of kind of what you're spending your time doing, what you're paying attention to, like what you're kind of consuming, and having a kind of mindful kind of awareness of that. So I think I'm just going to pop this maybe, I don't know, this side or this side. No, I think it fits better on this side. So I'm just going to pop this on this side here, and I decided to just tear just down one of the edges rather than doing down all of them. Now I really want to pick up this sticker here, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh, I can, just about. There we go. Okay, so I want it kind of here-ish, maybe just off there, and then I literally just wanted it ever so slightly just overlapped, just so it didn't look too kind of plonked on there. And then I think maybe it's looking a little bland, so maybe some washi tape might help this. So let's see. So I've either got this one here, which could be nice, and then it's almost like I need something here, but I'm not sure what. Is there like a stamp we could add perhaps to this? I'm not sure. A lot of the stamps I tend to find are quite bright, or they don't really go with my page. It's quite hard to find ones that do. Let's see, what is this? This is just a random assortment of stamps that I have. No, I don't think I want any of these stamps. Cherry blossoms would go with the pink. What do we have on here? I've not actually used this packet yet, so let's see what we have in this one in terms of designs. So this would be more of the greenery. Oh, there's a nice pink one there. Maybe I could use that one. That might work quite nicely. Yeah, I think maybe this one here. Just take the backing off this, and let's see, let's pop it there. See, maybe if I put that on, I don't need the washi tape. Let's see if I can pull that off without damaging anything. There we go. Yeah, maybe I don't need the washi tape. Okay, so let's pop that on there, and I'll just use the back of my scissors gently just to rub this on. And I suppose it didn't matter about it being see-through because I've put it on the white bit anyway, but that's quite nice. Okay, now we need something for the front here. I feel like I've done this section and it looks really nice. and I've not really done anything on the front here. So I've already got, see, it's just, I just feel like drawn to sticking like flowers everywhere. Let's see, no, I don't know why I want to stick that there. Maybe not. Let's see, what else do I want to do? So I'm just gonna flip through some papers and see if any inspiration hits me of some of these papers, and maybe some of the textures or the colours. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I just want something that's going to go with this. So this is quite dark, but I wonder whether that could provide some contrast to the page at this point. There's nothing really that I want to use from here. That's got some quite nice colouring to it. So let's see, I feel like I need to work on this side a little bit more. It's feeling a little bit left out. So let's just tear this. I don't like to have too many like harsh edges on things. Lots of torn edges I feel look really nice, or at least that's what I prefer in my journals anyway. Let's stick that maybe towards the bottom here. And I feel like with this now I'm gonna have to keep like flipping backwards and forwards to make sure that the design choice that I'm making is going to fit on this side. So I think, where did it go? I had a clip on my Delphonics, so this is kind of, let's just pop that there just for now. So as I was just rummaging through my papers just then, I found this piece. Now obviously this doesn't go, but I wonder whether this cutting this section out could look quite nice. So I think I'm gonna have to cut like across here. So let's go up this one. So let's see. I'm not sure. Or maybe that side works. Or maybe it might work on the other side. On the bottom. What's that going to look like if it's folded over? Or maybe on the side. I think the colours match more on this side actually. This way. I also feel like I'm talking loads and not actually doing much on this journal page, but I suppose that's okay. We can live with that. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with that. I think I might just focus on this side of the page, and then we can always come back to this. Isn't it funny how like I started over here and then now I think this side looks a lot better, and I'm happier with this side. So let me just pop this clip there for now so we can work on this. So I think what do we need on this side? Do you know, I keep having this lace like netting almost float around, and I'm not sure what to do with it. Could it go underneath here? I don't think so. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. If you have any ideas of what you think I could do with something like this, because I'm not sure how to use it, but it's really, really pretty and really dainty. Maybe it could be like more of a, I don't know, something for a journal cover, or I'm not sure. I think we need some plain like space on this page. So let's just no, it needs to be a bit thinner. Let's go for about there. Rip the edge here because it was looking a little bit too perfect. Now I wonder, I told you I was terrible for this, but I wonder whether if I pick this up and pop this underneath, and maybe I'll put it like over the edge slightly as well, just for some more interest, then pop it there. And then let's see, maybe I'll just add some of these for now whilst I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do next. Let's just add a couple of cherry blossoms around the place. Add some grid washi tape to this. Could be a nice journaling spot actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So I wonder if I grab like my pen. So I have, this is a Tombow, I believe. Yeah, it's this pen here. If it will focus. Apologies for all the paint on my hands. I hope you enjoyed crafting along with me today. I've got a lot of ideas now with vellum and stitching and things like that, so I'm probably going to go and play and see what I can come up with for that, because I think that would be super fun to do. So maybe try this out in your journal if you've got some vellum, some thread. That was a really fun little collage to work on. So I hope you enjoyed crafting along with me today. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.